I have you down. I'm going to be cut off. So, the Ultimate Quilty Challenge with all this Tula Pink. First one we're going to do comes from this book, Make It Easy. This pattern called Diversion. I showed you in the previous video the fabric I'm using. So I went ahead and, hold on, sorry. Did I just move that? I went ahead and made the strip sets. And so let's start off with the first strip set that we're going to make is strip assembly, unit A assembly. So unit A assembly is this one right here. And as you can see, I pressed. And I am going to use, I ironed this, I am going to use my stripology ruler. And I'm going to place it down. I'm going to put this center line on my seam. I'm going to make sure that at the 0 point that I have enough fabric. So I have to kind of do that a little. So again, I'm going to point that I've made sure that the seam is on one of these lines. The 0 is clear. Now I'm going to come here, look at my picture of strip assembly A in my book. Refer to that. It says make one full and partial, and then, or depending on how big you're going to make this. And then it says you are going to cut these at a specific size, which I can't give you because it's not my pattern. So there's these repositional arrows that you can buy for your ruler. And I am going to reposition my arrows, if you can see. I don't know if you can see where they should be. And then this way, I don't have to think about it. I just go right where the arrows are and I cut. I double check, triple check, because I can't tell you how many times I've done the wrong thing. All right, I'm ready to go. So I'm going to go to 0, make my first cut. And then I'm going to go wherever my arrows is and cut. And I was having problems with this rotary blade. I didn't think about it, and maybe I should have changed it. Let's see, it cut through. Oh, perfect. So I have my sets. And how many of these do I need? Okay. So I looked, I come in here again. I situate this on a seam. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one. And I come to the 0. I go all the way across to make sure. I make sure that this is perfectly done, and it is. And I'm going to come across and make my cuts again. When you pair a Fabric Cafe pattern with this stripology ruler, it goes really quick. Some of you ask how I make things so quick. I'm not rushing. This is just me going at my speed, and I just cut them. I just find tools that make things go quicker. So I only made 1 unit IAC. I didn't follow what I was doing, and I didn't make my half strip. That's why it's so important. But that's okay. We're going to go cut now strip assembly B. And strip assembly B is all done here and pressed. I am going to start off over here. And again, I'm going to try to line things up on this mat. Come in here, and now this is where it gets a little tricky, because now I'm trying to line up 2 seams. Hold on. 2 seams. Now, if I had a good 1/4 inch, this seam is great and this seam is great. I have them both. They're great. I have clearance where the 0 mark is. Now, before I go, I don't want to just go ahead and cut where these are, right? I don't want to assume that. So I come back here, look at my strip assembly B diagram, And I have to change these. So now I am going to change these. And see, we have to change them. And let's see. Now I have to change. And then I need, and then that's it. I do not need this last one. I don't want this there because I don't want to by accident cut it. So I reposition it on the side. I have a bunch of them on the side. So I know I have to cut here, here, right? Here, and then here. Okay, so let's go. My 0 line. I normally like to use my smaller rotary, but at this point, I don't have like a lot. I have one small rotary cutter, like the smaller one, 45, and I packed it up because when I do some cutting at my lunch break, and I forgot to take it out of my bag. So I should buy one of those Grace ones they keep advertising. 4 of these I got, and I need 6. So I definitely have plenty on here. So I'm going to come in here, and again, I am going to line up this seam, make sure that my 0 end is here is cleared. I'm going to come in here and do any kind of last minute cleaning. And I said I had 4 here, right? I only need 6. So I have this little bit. I believe I'm going to maybe extend this quilt just a little bit. I'm not sure yet. All right, so now we have this block. Now we're going to go, I'm going to switch you over to actually getting these blocks together. I apologize if I am shaking this camera. So let's come on over. And this is where you will maybe see me. Let me get some things here situated. I have my machine on with a 1/4 inch. And I am going to go ahead and, as you can see, I have my units. So this is strip assembly. Let me get the book so I'm telling you right. This is strip assembly A, and we are now going to do block A assembly. So I'm going to take this and, hold on. Make sure I'm doing the right thing. This is why these diagrams are so great. So this is the outer. So that means the purple is up and the floral is down. So this is how all 6 of mine should look like. So I am going to go ahead and set that up, right? Now, one thing that I do different when I assemble these, the book just tells you to use your strip set, your border strips, and just add blocks to it. I don't do that. I actually cut my strips exactly. I'm going to put this here. Can you see it still? I cut mine exactly to what they're supposed to be. So we're going to put those like that. And then we're going to put these on the side like that. I find it's faster for me and easier. You do you. But this is what the block is going to look like. I'm going to double check this is what the block is look like. And then I'm going to make. So I come in here and I make sure that those 2 seams lock up right there. I call it lock it up, but I know people call it different things. So I'm going to come in, and this is up to you. I am going to pin, take the little bit of extra time and pin right there because I want to make sure that those lay right in there. So, and it's really up to you Sometimes you'll see and I haven't pinned because I don't know, I wasn't in the mood to pin that day. And that's okay. We're going to put that in here. You know, people use different words like interlock. Make sure it interlocks in there. Some people call nest, that it nests in there. Now we're going to go in and we are going to, why is this not going? There it goes. Now it's interesting, I was watching some person who was talking about pins. Oh, that would be the, yeah, I don't want to say who I was watching. And she says that as long as you use these kind of pins, which is ones I use, that you don't have to pull the pin out. So, for those of you who don't do that, don't pull out the pin and you run right over your pins with your machine because you want to make sure that it's positioned right. That is wonderful. I tend to pull mine out. I don't pull it out far ahead, but if that's what you do, that's fine too. I kind of come in here. Let's see, I'm going to slow it down here. I come here and my pin is right there. So I keep going, and right before that pin is going to be right before that pin touches my sewing needle, I pull it out. That's my preference, but if you don't pull out your pins, that's fine too. Basically what I'm getting at is just you do what makes you happy. So now I have my A unit, right? And my assembly. And I am going to go ahead now. Because I left my iron over there, I'm going to have to run over there and iron this. I apologize because now you have some dead air. But you know what? We'll just do 2. And we'll go for it. Never mind. We'll go for it. Sorry. And the funny thing is I didn't even have it on. So we are going to plug this one in right here. Turn this on right there. And I don't even know where my board is. Let's see. Here's my board. Here is my board. My little baby board. Obviously you can see I was so excited to make this that I wasn't getting myself together. So now I'm going to look at it, make sure that I've placed all these correctly, put them back in there, right? And then we're going to put, what do they have us put? We put the tops and bottoms on. So we're going to take our stack and we are going to put it right through there. All these measurements are in the brand new book. They do not, Fabric Cafe does not pay me to do these tutorials or anything like that. I do their samples, yes, but I am not paid to, put out their product and do these tutorials. I do this because when I believe in a product, I like to promote it. Again, no promotional here that was given to me other than that I love sewing their patterns. And it is my go-to patterns to do when I want instant gratification and a charity quilt, or even just a gift, a nice quick gift. Oops. I know some have asked me about that. Now these stripes, when I picked this stripe out, did I even think about how it was going to look in the block and border the block and everything. No, I did not. So guess what? I may make this block and it might bother you guys. And you know what? That's okay, because it might bother me. I don't know yet. We'll see. We'll see, because I'm noticing that stripes aren't matching as I'm sewing. And you know what? It's fine. It is totally fine. It's going to look beautiful. So I come in here, I did one side, and now I will do the other side. And this is for the construction for Assembly A, Block A Assembly. And we're going to put the next side down. And the other side. And this is all real time sewing. And it shows you how fast things can kind of go. And put the next one on. So if you are working on a 3-yard quilt right now, let me know in the comments which 3-yard quilt you're working on. I'd love to know. Also, you can post pictures on my Facebook page, which is Pastryqueen's Farm Adventures, same as my channel. And clearly I cut one too many. I have one extra block. I'm not sure how I did that. Maybe I'm missing a block. Oh, I'm missing a block. That's right. Because I forgot to do the partial assembly. See? There's always a reason for everything. Now we are going to take the board that I brought here, and my iron is hot, and we are going to press this. Wow, that was just a coincidence. I'm sure they all are not going to do that, but let me tell you, look at how coincidental that was. I thought that was going to bother me. Did they all do that? Let's see. Did I get lucky? Wow. I think, folks, I think I just got lucky. They all did that. They all did it. Wow. Okay. I'll take it. This one didn't. But it's okay. It's so close enough that if you look from far away, you're not going to notice it. It's still going to give you that long, you know, stripe look going across, or it may bother you, folks. It's not going to bother me. Look at that. That's smack on. Wow. Okay. Sometimes I amaze myself. Here we go. Now the next part of this strip assembly A is that we are going to put in the sides. So I'm going to come here and put in the sides. Again, I cut this to the size of the block just because I find it's easier this way for me. And now the stripes are going to go in a different way here, and that's okay. I don't use many stripes. I will tell you that. I hardly ever use stripes, but I'm loving these stripes. These stripes are so cool. So I may start using tons of stripes now, and they fall where they fall, and that's how it is. I am almost done here with the block A assembly. This video will stop at the block A assembly, and the next video I make will be of the B assembly, and also maybe assembling or putting it on the design wall to see where we're at. I am not live though. I do want to let you guys know that. This is all pre-recorded. Here we go. And now the other side. We are going to put this on. Come in here, cut off that one, get more of these strips. We are 21 minutes in. Just looking at the time since I got on here and started talking about this. So you can see that pretty much if you had a half hour and you had everything cut out, ready to go, that you could at least get one part of the blocks kind of somewhat done. And here we go. Now, I have had some folks ask me about how to support my channel. As you can see, some folks just send me things, and it's lovely. You know, I am grateful for anything. I was so excited yesterday to get my 2 fat quarters and that 1 yard, especially excited about this. I will say, if anybody sees any super clearance on some, not clearance, I guess not clearance, but if anybody sees some Affilate white or neutral color threads, let me know, because one thing I am very short on is like a neutral or a fill thread. Let's see what I have. Yes, I have a spool of gray. This here is for like other stuff here. These are colors, but they're polyester. So I have a gray spool, a white and black, or yeah, white and black, a pink, and a black and white. This one, oh, black and dark gray. So that's all I have for sewing on. And then the one on here, which is a really light color. So you let me know if you see any of that. But I really sew with anything except for, I don't sew with polyester. I really try not to. I don't know if it's a wise tale, but when I first started learning quilting, I was told that if you use polyester thread, over the years, the polyester would actually cut into the fabric. That I was told that's why you see a lot of quilts in the 70s where they need repair, because at the seam line, and it wasn't an open seam, it started cutting the fabric. And that older quilts actually held up better because they used, everything was cotton. We didn't have the invention of polyester. So I don't know if that's true. You guys can let me know what your thoughts on that is. So because that's how I was taught and it made sense, she brought in, I don't remember what class it was, she brought in antique quilts to show us that an older quilt held up better than a lot of the quilts made in the 70s. So I'd be interested to see, you know, what's everybody's thoughts on that. Or do we not care anymore for our quilts to be a legacy to our future? Because, that's a thing too, right? We live in a society that's becoming, hopefully, I think, more minimalistic. So kids aren't holding on to things and passing it down as past generations used to. And so therefore, maybe it is not an issue to use polyester. I don't know. You can tell me what your thoughts are. I won't take, just don't come out like the police and says, you should not say, but this is, again, I'm just letting you know my experience and what I was taught. I really don't know if there's a definitive answer out there. That's why I just kind of stick with the cotton. Now, are there times I use polyester? Yeah, because if that's all I have and I need to sew, then yes, I'm going to. As you can see, I was gifted polyester thread and had gotten some in boxes. So, it's not that it doesn't get used. It's just I try not to. All right, so this is my Block A assembly. So the next time we meet, I will have the other one done. And we will do the Block B assembly. Everyone have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Pass it forward. Please subscribe, like, and share my channel. If you feel the need to do something for whatever reason, you absolutely don't have to. Please don't feel like you have to. But if you really do, I've been getting emails of like what I could use, or do I have this, or do I have that? There's a little thanks button there. I think a super thanks, I don't really know. There are my memberships, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna, big news here. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them up. I'm still struggling with it. I'm not struggling that there's members there. And yes, I do a raffle once a month. I'm struggling because I want my content to remain free for everyone. And I feel truly that if you were able to pass it forward, I am able to figure this out without the memberships. I did it because YouTube, they kind of like push you to do certain things. And so I did do it. And people are very successful with these memberships. And I'm sure I could be successful with these memberships as well. I could, get a Zoom membership, a monthly subscription, and run Zooms and stuff like that. But then I feel bad for those that don't have. There have been many times in my life, and even sometimes maybe in my future, right? One never knows what your future holds, that you might not have at that moment. So should you be penalized because you might not have? It is rough not having. I've been there. I know people working, who just have their Social Security check. And I struggle with the memberships. I appreciate everybody who signed up, but I am having a struggle. I think you've heard this before from me. I may take them down and just run basically a pass it forward fund and call it that. And I haven't figured out how to set that up yet because I struggle. I'm sorry. I'm repeating myself and I'm blathering, but I really, I work in a school district that is not considered necessarily, a wealthy school district. Yes, actually, our kids go to school as of like almost private school because we have small classes and everything, and the kids get one-on-one attention, and we spend, oh my God, a ton on our kids per student versus other school districts. We really give the most we can. But there are kids who don't, and we have a mixture, and it is not fair for the kids who don't have to not have. We treat all our kids equally. You wouldn't know which kids need and which kids don't need. That is the beauty of our school district and our school. And I kind of want to have that for my YouTube family. I want my YouTube family to be how the building I work in. I have for years and years and years have always been a part of my school district and my school family of helping others. For years, I have helped the parent coordinator get whatever or find donations from people I know in the community who have said to me, Leanna, if you know of a family who needs this or that, please send them here and there. So I will figure out the future of my memberships, but I'm leaning towards some other kind of model. Sorry, YouTube. I know this model is successful. I know there's lots of channels out there that are just killing it with the memberships. That's why I don't promote it so much. I have a hard time promoting it. I really do. So, thank you so much for all your support. Sorry, I'm going to keep it on the light note that I love you all and I appreciate all of you. And I just want this channel to be welcoming and warming to everyone, no matter where they are at in life. So have a wonderful day. We will have a membership raffle at the end of this month, but do not be surprised if I shut off the memberships coming in for May, for the fact that I just want an even, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not explaining it right, but I just want us to all be at an even place where nobody knows where anyone is financially. That's kind of where I'm going with this, because as you know, okay, I'm going to keep going on this. Someone had made a comment. I took it down, and it wasn't someone they meant no malintention. I know that. They said, oh, you should be a member of Pastryqueen's channel. And that's gorgeous. You know what they were doing? They were trying to promote me and my channel and my membership. No malintent. But I thought, well, not everyone has the luxury of that. So, so for those who have the luxury for that, I will figure something out. And I think most of you have figured it out on your own, right? Because I'm getting boxes. I'm getting boxes from different subscribers. I'm sewing with it. And it's helping me out because it's helping me out with, shipping for all the different things. I don't tell you, you don't even know half of the stuff that I'm doing in the background, not even half of it. And a lot of it is, has to do with shipping, shipping charges, right? Because shipping is crazy. It's expensive to ship. So, yeah. So thank you so much for your support. Sorry if this at the end came a downer. I just wanted to kind of give you the heads up of where I am in my head, what I am thinking, and how I am trying to keep this more of I don't want anyone to feel like they're being pressured at all for anything, okay? So I will see you all on the next video. Take care. Bye.